Great news on Brexit, trade and US earnings. Do we need another banking inquiry? And initial public offerings, Latitude doesn't go, but Pearls does. Who cares? I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard, and I do care. And we're mad about money.
But we're mad about money. Well, one thing I do care about is that there's better news on Brexit, there's better news on trade, and US earnings came out, it's out of the blocks, this is new, but it's some good news. Paul, take it away.
Yeah, I do care, Peter. The first day of US earnings, I think that's the real driver with Wall Street, Peter, but we're getting excited about Brexit. It sounds like there could be a deal.
Bojo's doing it.
But I still think getting it through Parliament is still going to be pretty tricky. So even if he can get a deal done with the Europeans, will the Parliament approve it? Probably unlikely, but I don't know. I mean, the market, I think having just come back from the UK, people are just so sick of this stuff. I think the public actually wants it
go away.
So I don't know where we'll head there, but maybe Bojo will be the hero of the hour. I don't know.
Right,
but good for markets.
Bojo, his stocks are on the way up, and ScoMo's stocks are on the way down. But we'll talk about that maybe next week. Let's go to trade. The trade deal. Do you believe it, Paul?
Well, look, there's obviously a little bit of a deal.
Yeah.
I think both sides need it, but they're not going to give in. This is going to play out over a long time. I think that all said, Peter, this is still about the US markets. It's more about the US economy, and earnings season is going to be more important than trade in the short term. We've just started the earnings season. We've had a good first day, which is expectations are quite low. Charlie Aitken was saying it on Monday. They are pretty
negative.
low. The markets still want to buy it. So as long as Trump doesn't do anything mad.
All the Chinese.
I mean,
there's no good guys here.
Both sides,
or bad guys.
Both sides are going to want to be winners. As you and I know, it's really hard for both sides to come out victors in this. So it won't be easy to solve.
The best bit about the trade deal phase one last week was, I think the escalation factor has been taken out of the mix, and the market likes that. But they would like a really proper deal. Haven't got it yet. Let's go to the next one. The bell went a moment ago. Bank inquiry. Do we need another one of those?
No, we don't need another bank inquiry. This is such a cop-out by Josh Frydenberg. Right?
Who's a banker? Who's the banker?
Well, he just doesn't this is a political cop-out. I mean, I'm going to write about this, Peter, but depositors will be screwed as a result. This is all about home borrowers, right? There are two sides. Banks make profit out of a margin. That is the cost of borrowing money and what you can lend it at. That's called a margin. If you can't reduce your costs, if you can't reduce your cost of what you pay for money, then you can't reduce what you offer.
Did anyone understand that?
No, I didn't explain that very well.
So what he's saying is if Josh is making them cut their interest rates right down, how are they going to make profit? By driving the deposit interest rate
when
down.
they're already so low. There are lots of depositors on a lot of bank accounts where there's zero interest rate, and a lot of depositors where the interest rate is 0.01%. And you can't reduce those. Right?
And they're retirees and young people trying to save for a deposit to buy a house. Josh has to start spending on the fiscal side. But believe it or not, I saw Labor's Jim Chalmers, who wants to be treasurer one day. He actually sounded more like a treasurer than Josh did at the moment. And I like Josh, but at the moment he looks like a kangaroo with his caught in the headlights. He's got to do something.
And the reason I think this is bad news for deposit is the more pressure there is about the rate that the banks lend at, the worse deal there's going to be for bank depositors, right? And that's what you got to worry about. There is no shortage of competition. If you've got a home loan yourself, or you've got a son or daughter, just go to another bank. It's so easy. Change banks, right? That's all you need to do. Don't worry about what the current bank is charging you. And first, actually, what you should do is start with your current bank and say you're about to refinance unless you can improve the deal. And surprisingly, 80% of the time, they will come good if you make a big enough fuss about it, right?
And also go to a mortgage broker as well. Get a whole bunch of people working on your behalf.
So get off your back seat and get out there and ask for a better deal. Depositors, it's so much harder, right?
It's not a loyalty tax, it's your being lazy tax. Okay, the final one, the bell wing a moment ago. IPOs, which I think a lot of people don't understand, but initial public
I think everyone knows what an IPO is, but
and everyone's like, you sure? But I love the fact that Latitude was going to list again and has dropped out.
Well, look, I'm not surprised. It wasn't a good offer, Peter. And
too expensive.
Well, not actually too expensive. It's a pretty ordinary business, to be honest, Peter.
Even with Alec Baldwin working for them?
Yeah, I mean, this is the old GE finance business, and then it was a bit expensive. And then more importantly, this is a private equity sell down, Peter. and there's a lot of stock going to hit the market.
But private
And
equity always do good deals.
They
for
always
share-
do good deals for shareholders.
Dick Smith was
and,
a good case.
and everyone boycotted
Maya.
it. So look, it's been pulled because the price that the private equity sellers can get isn't good enough, so they don't want to go ahead. Also, Ahmed Fahur. I mean, there's got a lot of schools of thoughts about Ahmed, but anyhow, a few of us have been around long enough to know we're a little bit wary. So I'm not surprised about it. The one deal that is going ahead
and this is a pearl,
yeah,
Paul.
and this is the pearl. This is CBA Pearls 12. This is a hybrid issue, paying a fixed rate of 3%. The book build got swamped with offers, $3 billion for what was
everybody
initially
wants in.
a $750 million deal. I wrote about it on the Switzer Super Report. This is going to be gobbled
Which
up.
is called the Switzer
Right,
Report nowadays, by the way. You've forgotten that.
It is. It opens on
Switzer
Thursday.
Report.
There's an offer.
But can normal people get in this?
Well, bank shareholders can. CBA bank shareholders can.
Yeah.
You can apply. There's a security holder offer.
Yeah.
Lots of brokers have got a broker firm offer. Some are financial planners. So if you've got a broker, go to them initially. Go to ComSec. There'll be an offer site there for security holders, and there'll also be a broker firm.
Now, quickly
there.
explain. A hybrid is part bond, part share.
Yeah.
There's franking credits. 3% you mentioned. Explain the difference. What happens with the
Yeah,
franking?
so that's the gross distribution. It's 3% plus the 90-day bank bill rate. Initially, will be about.
So you might get more than 3%.
You could get, it'll be about 3.85%. That is the gross distribution. The actual amount you're getting cash is about 2.7% because
You
it's
get
adjusted
franking
for frank credit, but they're fully franked. So, but as I said, don't invest in something you don't understand. You can actually come to us. ASIC's Money Smart website actually talks about hybrids. So, and if you look at when the offer comes out, CBA's also got a site that explains bank hybrids. So go to those things
Or
first.
go to the Switzer Report and take a free trial. Don't be a scab. It's a free trial.
That's right. Read an article on the Switzer Report on Monday.
Okay. That's a good one.
That I wrote, right?
Yeah, he wrote. I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard.
And we're mad about money.